Hello again, YouTube. Atheists get an unnecessarily bad rap in Christian circles because of the notion that they are fools, according to the Bible. Psalm 14:1 says, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." This seems clear enough until one looks at the context of this passage. As John Walton notes in his book, Ancient Near Eastern Thought in the Old Testament, as becomes clear in the rest of the psalm, this statement implies that the fool has drawn the conclusion that God will not act against his corrupt ways. Existence can be defined in relation to the deity's activity. In other words, the person in this verse is a fool for thinking that his evil deeds will go unpunished, not because he doesn't believe in God. Similarly, Romans 1:20 states, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse." This passage also seems to clearly indicate that atheists are fools for not believing in the existence of God, until one examines the cognitive environment of Paul's audience. As Walton again notes of such an audience, there is no dichotomy between sacred and secular, or even between natural and supernatural. All experience was religious experience. All law was spiritual in nature. All duties were duties to the gods, and all events had deity as their cause. Life was religion, and religion could not be compartmentalized within life. Thus, for such an audience, there is no way to interpret evidence of nature apart from saying that it implies the existence and operation of a god. But with the distinction between natural and supernatural being quite different in this present day and age, we ought to be more understanding of how the evidence for God may not seem as obvious. And thus, the passages that seemingly imply that atheists are fools, when understood in their context, do no such thing. I want to apologize to those atheists who have been insulted by Christians based on the misunderstood notion that the Bible calls them fools. We will still disagree on the very important subject of whether God exists, but hopefully this removes some tension from further debate. Thank you for your time.